I know. Honestly, it makes me laugh. Them 3 pictures of you in your coat, it kills me every time. But hello everybody, and welcome to Absolute Football Podcast, Absolutely Lower League, the show dedicated to all things the EFL Championship, League One, League Two, and the National League, apart from the fact there was no National League this weekend. So we are covering the FA Trophy, some of the FA Cup replays as well, and then obviously Championship, which was a double game week. So I'm hoping Ant will be on soon. He is having technical difficulties, but hopefully he should be on. And then League One and League Two.
Yay.
Obviously, though, I couldn't do this alone, and we are in the Christmas spirit. Yes, we have got Clare Christmas and we have got Charlotte the Reindeer today. But how are you, Claire? How's your week going?
Good. Yeah, hectic, busy. So it's nice to sit down and talk football for a bit. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks. I'm proper in the Christmas spirit now. It's took me a while, but I am in the Christmas spirit, and just go into the chat as well as always. I'm not really happy to bring this comment up because obviously we were enemies. Mr. Luke came out obviously on top again, but he has put, "I'll read everyone. Everyone's favourite Gateshead fan is here, buzzing after that result on Tuesday. Hope everyone is well." I have said off air as well, Mr. Luke, I will not be covering the Rochdale game because I'm very annoyed, but please send your analysis. But from a Rochdale point of view, I do not want to talk about it. Aled in the chat as well, evening all, because Forest Green was postponed, I went to Bath City instead. Oh, brilliant. It's always nice to go and watch a different game because you've got no ties to it. You can actually be in neutral and enjoy it. No stress levels. There is a fly as well going around my head, which is really annoying, so I hope it doesn't land on my forehead.
You know what flies fly around, don't you?
That is me. That is me. Jenny, hey girls, hello. We've got Spenny fan Chris. Afternoon, everyone, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's a long holiday.
Very long holiday. Very long holiday. I'm so glad that he's tuning in as well. How nice is that? Another compliment. Thank you. We've got Simon in the chat as well. Thank you for everyone for tuning in as well. It would not be the same without you. Evening, everyone. We have Mr. Luke. I think he's laughing at me. I don't know if it's about the Rochdale result or if it's the fly comment, but it's laughing at me, I think, anyway. And then we have got Shawnee. He has put, "Evening, guys. Hope all is well. Big win for Northampton last Saturday." I know. And I will get onto that as well because I'm still fuming that Kean Hayes was on the bench again. Still rattled about that. But let's get into it. We will talk FA Trophy first. We will cover some of the games which I think are standout results. A game that I wasn't sure it could have gone either way because obviously Scunthorpe are playing well at the minute, but Solihull Moors got the win. We won't talk much about that. Any standout ones for you, Claire, on that?
I mean, obviously, Chesterfield 6-1 is a massive win. That Chippenham beating Gloucester 5-3. That's a bit of a local one as well, that isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I might not be right because my geography is not great, but I think it is.
Even to be fair, Barnet as well, winning 4-0 because
yeah,
they've been struggling a bit, haven't they, as of late? Barnet been obviously struggling and not picking up the results, so I think that's a great confidence builder for them, 100%. Hello, Anne.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, I can't see you at the minute because my computer's been very, very slow.
Oh, don't worry anyway. You don't need to see
you're probably quite lucky.
I'm sure you're both looking stunning as ever, girls.
Thank you. Let's go back to the chat.
Dagenham and Redbridge.
I know.
Actually, Macclesfield, you say it is a good result because of the league we're in, but the players they've got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. We've got some more people in the chat as well. Hello, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us. Aled, I agree. Free Hayes. We need to free Kean Hayes. We're not even that far in and we're already talking Keane Hayes. This is a touchy subject. Obviously in the chat, Aled put Bath City beating Boreham Wood. That is a massive result. Simon in the chat, good game at Chippenham. Completely agree.
Someone tell me where Chippenham is, please.
I don't know. Is it near Fishingham? Sorry.
Fishingham?
Fishing Chippingham.
Oh my God.
Obviously moving on to the next slide as well. Dorking back to winning ways, because I know they have been struggling past couple of games, so it's always nice for them to have a win, especially someone in the same division as well. Something Rochdale didn't do. Eastleigh 2, Aldershot 2.
It's in Wiltshire.
Oh.
So I was right saying it must be a close game because it's 13 miles something to Bath and it's in the Cotswolds, but that's where Gloucester's near, isn't it? So
yeah, everyone in the chat is saying it's near Bath. And then Sam was put, is it Bath or Bath? It's definitely Bath.
It's Bath
Definitely
tonight,
Bath.
Yeah.
Always Bath to us Northerners. Aled, not far from, is it Cotswolds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Shawnee, Gloucester to Chippenham is only 33 miles, so not too far.
Hey, that's good.
Hereford, obviously, winning. Kidderminster as well.
The bottom one, that's a good result.
I know.
Nunia go back to the replay and absolutely batter him.
Kidderminster as well, because to be fair, Kidderminster, I know they are higher in the leagues, but they've been really struggling, haven't they, Kidderminster? So I think that's a massive result for them.
Stourbridge are like what?
No, I know they are.
Two or three leagues below, so it's 100%. Not just like. So no. You'd expect them to win that, really.
And Nantwich as well. Yeah, South Park. I thought that, so I was like,
they did all right considering some cartoon characters.
I know. All I had in my head was, oh my God, who kissed Kenny? Yes, this really made me laugh. Hereford killed Kenny. They did. They did.
You bastards!
I was just about to do that. I thought better of it.
Yeah, as Chris pointed out as well, the games that were drawn went down to penalties. So the team in the green obviously won on penalties. So I've done it that way instead of obviously writing all down. I thought I'll put the draw, I'll put the final result, but then the team in green did win on penalties.
I
know, annoying, isn't it? And obviously Nantwich, as I mentioned before, brilliant result against York. York are really struggling. What's that, sorry?
You've put York in green.
I know, I've just noticed. It's
I
all these graphics.
I thought you meant it was like 2-2 and like York had won. I just kind of overlooked it.
Yeah, it's me. It's me and all my graphics. I was up late last night doing them because I decided to watch Rochdale on the Tuesday, and I wish I didn't. And then going on to the next slide, obviously Oldham won on penalties. It was 3-3, but then they won on penalties. Good result though, considering obviously the league status now.
Go on, Welling. Welling's a good result.
A massive result, yeah.
Radcliffe, that's a good result.
Chelmsford as well.
Yeah.
Beating Oxford City.
It actually came up on my memories today. Away at Radcliffe in the FA Trophy a few years ago, and it was just before Christmas. It was like minus summer. It started snowing. People, like someone had like icicles off his hat where it like the snow had stuck and it started freezing on him. But then during the match, a bloody steam train, that Santa Express thing, went past. Choo choo, like steam in the air. I don't know why I had to do the noise of the train because everyone knows what a train sounds like. Just in case you didn't know what a train was like. Here's one for you. How many chugga-chuggas does a train do before it says choo-choo?
I was going to say 2-2, but I thought it wasn't going to be very funny.
Come on, everyone, give your answers.
7.
I'm saying 8. Chugga, 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 choo choo.
I'm going to say 6 then.
I don't know what it is. Just
if
someone might
anyone
know.
does know. And then we will go, obviously, back to the chat. I will let Mr. Luke have his moment to be put, and I completely agree with him, to be fair. We were incredible the whole game. That's all I can say for the whole game, really. But when I saw McBride on a penalty, he might score this, but I was wrong. Yeah, he skied the penalty, and I'm glad, or it would have been 6-1. Well taken. Couldn't be more happier. It's put Whelan, Chadwick, Dinganga, back scoring goals, and McBride goals were very well taken. Couldn't be more happier. All right, Mr. Luke. All right. Be a bit more humble.
You see that the lad who Gator had on loan last year as goalkeeper played for Villa tonight in the conference.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Who is it?
Oh, I don't know. Sure, with Luke on that, I haven't got a bloody clue. The goalkeeper.
It's put as well, Rochdale were quite poor in that game. We ran them off a park. Through to the next round against Weston-super-Mare. I will say as well, which is annoying, Devante Rodney, how he came back. He obviously has pulled his hamstring now. So we are really struggling injury-wise. He did rest some players, though, some key players, Jim McNulty, Louis Molden, our goalkeeper, being one of them. Ebanks Landell, our captain, Cameron John, and a couple of other ones. But to be fair, the squad he did put out shouldn't have been beat 5-1. Shouldn't have. But yeah, can't really say much more because we weren't very good on the day. A positive, though, Tyree Sinclair obviously were back and he scored a penalty. So at least that's one thing, him getting his confidence and scoring another goal after that really bad injury he had at the Oldham game. But yeah, from a Rochdale point of view, we got what we deserved. Mr. Luke saying as well, got Halifax on a telly at 12:30. One of our bogey sides in this league, so I expect a 0-0 draw. Roll on Saturday. And Lisa is agree. Oh, Lisa's putting 9 chugga chugga choo choos. And then Shauna has put a train goes Nina, all right. Simon has put, if I had known Weston-super-Mare were playing, I could have gone and watched the football and seen family as well. Lisa, my lad Tyrese got a penalty. He did and he scored it, so that was nice to see. And Craig in the chat, Philip, is it Marshall? Was the keeper.
That's him.
They had a keeper make a debut on Tuesday. Had been at Whitley Bay. And yeah, in the chat, Mr. Luke, we had him on loan from Aston Villa 2 times at Gateshead. He's playing in the UECL for Aston Villa tonight. Brilliant.
Oh.
And then, obviously, we spoke about the FA Trophy briefly and FA Cup replay results. So I am sorry, Claire, for this. Barnet 1, obviously, Newport County 4. Yeah, expected, to be fair. Could have gone either way, but Newport, obviously, a league above. Crewe Alexandra 2, Bristol Rovers 4. Same again for that one. Port Vale 3, Stevenage 3, but then Stevenage did win on penalties. Scarborough 2, Forest Green 4. Walsall 1, Alfreton 0. And Stockport 0, Aldershot 1. Do you want to talk about that, Claire, or would you rather give it a miss? Oh. I thought you'd froze.
No, it's just hiding. To be fair, I watched it, and I think if I was still watching it now, near on 24 hours later, we still wouldn't have scored. Like, it was just we did hit the woodwork early on. We forced a couple of good saves out the keeper in the first few minutes. Other than that, we just, if I'm being honest, it was one of them games where the players just turned up and it was like the managers turned around and said, I've been managing 14 years.
Yeah.
In all those years, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been embarrassed about losing. And he's like, tonight I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, we have got a lot of injuries. We're not in the best of form. The most important thing is the league, and we've only lost one in the league. That's what I'm keeping kind of my confidence in, because we're still 6 points clear, even though we're in a run of like not great form. Anthony Sarcevic is out again. Nick Powell's out again. Will Collar's out. We're just at the minute facing a lot of injuries, and a lot of them seem to be like that midfield area where it's really crucial, especially in League Two. Last night was just, fair play to Aldershot. They deserved it. We knock the ball around more than the other teams, but we don't do the right thing with it, so it doesn't really matter. They've got some outstanding young players. I believe that we are looking at one of their players who I think's probably got a massive potential to go very, very far in the game. So, fair play. You just deserve to be beaten, and what more can you say?
Not everyone can beat Aldershot. I mean, Nick Swindon didn't, Stockport didn't, but we did.
At least we didn't concede 7.
I know. Every cloud, eh? In the chat as well, we have got Danny with us. He said, "Evening all. Allard has put, only saw the second half of a Stockport game, and based on the second half performance, Aldershot just edged it."
Yeah, it was a really late goal as well, wasn't it? Paddy Madden is someone who's been great for our football club. It's getting towards the end of his career, so his legs are not what they were even when he joined us. I absolutely love him. He's a great captain. That Irish banter that you've got around the club, it's really good. I did hear, and I don't know if it's a rumour, but I did hear that he was due to move on in the summer. And it fell through at the last minute. It was going to move to York, and they sacked the manager, which is the reason it fell through. But I think having him in and around, he is someone that's good to be around the team. I think when he has been playing for us now, he hasn't been playing up front. He's been playing more like further back in a midfield holding role, kind of, rather than in that up front area. So what we're seeing at the minute is a different version of Paddy Madden than we have seen playing before. But I think if he was to drop down a league or two, I think he'd still be quite some players to have around.
I've always liked Paddy Madden, me.
He
always scores against us, though, and that frustrates me no matter who he plays for. But then again, everyone scores against us.
Yeah, well, it's such a nice guy. Like,
yeah,
it's just when sometimes you speak to people and they're footballers and they're a bit cocky. There's none of that with him. It's just a genuine nice down to earth guy. Even in Spain pre-season, he took the time to come and chat with us, and especially the kids. I think you see too much of these like players higher up the leagues, like just walking past fans that are trying desperately to get a high five from the heroes, and they forget that they were once those kids who had a favourite player. Well, he's Irish. He probably likes horse racing. Stereotypical much, but he's a good guy.
Craig's saying as well, get a couple of wins and you'll be back in form and we'll win the league.
Do you know what? I'm still not worried. Like, so many people, if you look at Twitter, so many people are worried. I'm not worried.
No.
Every team has a blip.
Exactly.
And if you have a blip, where you've lost one league game in 16, then I think you're doing all right.
That's it.
I know, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
The games we're losing are in other leagues, so happy day. Not other leagues, other competitions, so fair play.
Mr. Luke as well said, we drew against Aldershot. Does that count? Nope. Nope, it doesn't count. Only people who beat Aldershot. Sorry, so I'm the only person here who kind of...
Who did Aldershot get in the third round? Just as a...
West Brom.
Oh, nice. At least got a good draw.
It should be on telly, really.
Yeah. I think we had a conversation last week about the telly games. Shocking.
I don't think it's even been picked for these. Like, that was ridiculous. Our game last weekend was moved for extended highlights. Now, why they can't have extended highlights on a Sunday from a game played on a Saturday, I don't know. But it's not even been picked for that, as far as I know.
Not good. Shawnee in the chat as well as put, when you have a football legend who takes the time to speak to people before and after the game, that's what makes it so special. And it's how it should be as well. I know, like... Yeah.
They get it, don't they? That's the thing.
Yeah.
They get it.
100%. And at the end of the day, it's us who are kind of paying, like, their wages, isn't it? By buying tickets, buying, like, merchandise and things like that. So it should be. But to be fair... Like, I don't know about you guys, but like from my perspective as well, like a lot of the players from Rochdale have always been nice, and there's never been someone who's not been like that. Have you ever had bad experiences with any players from your clubs?
I've had the odd arsehole.
Have
you? Yeah. We've got one now that I really like as a footballer, but as a person, I cannot stand him. Oh, really? I'm not going to name him. No. I'm not going to name him because it's a shit thing to do, but I'm sure, you know, after a few drinks, when we finally meet up for a drink, I'll probably...
We definitely had a few in like the dark days of the Premier League and stuff, like when we were getting relegated and the double drop. We definitely had some tits, to be honest.
Yeah. I think, you know, probably
again, I'm not going to name them though.
It's probably more the higher up you go, to be fair.
Yeah. At the minute, I mean, they're all bang on. Like you talk to all of them. They're absolutely spot on. But there's some who were like just came to Sunderland to treat it as a retirement home, and we're just arseholes. He was actually all right. Actually, the lad was just being mentioned there. He was all right. But Darren Gibson, he was actually all right, but there was a couple in that team who were, you know, like I say, I'm not going to name them. I don't think it's right, but yeah.
We'll swiftly move on from this in case anyone does name drop one by accident. Mr. Luke in the chat has put, our club is a community club. The players at my club take the time to chat to the fans and have some banter with them. That's what it's all about. It is what it's all about. And to be fair, like I said, we all have them kind of players as well. I know you get bad people everywhere, but you just get that in life, not just in football, don't you? Just life as a whole. This is a cute comment. What an amazing show as always. You three have so much knowledge, especially Charlotte. I wouldn't go that far, but thank you. I do try. And let's move on now. So it was a double game week in the Championship. Any standout results on that, any of you? Obviously, we will get on to Sunderland.
I know the top of the league, but 4-0 for Leicester against Plymouth, who are not in the worst position. That's a pretty good result. And obviously, Chef Wednesday.
Yeah, got rid of a manager, didn't they?
Picking up results now, aren't they?
Yeah,
definitely.
Got rid of a manager. Alex Neil went. I said this last week, didn't I? He would go. I thought.
I think it's about time.
Yeah. I'm looking at QPR as well, beating Hull 2-0, and they've really hit form since they got rid of Ainsworth and got a bloke who actually knows what he's doing in. But if you looked at like when we did the league table about 3 weeks ago, the league table looked like at the bottom they looked doomed, and now all of a sudden Sheffield are picking up results. QPR are literally on Huddersfield's tail now. So, and there's teams getting dragged in, the likes of Stoke, the likes of Plymouth. Got to be careful that they don't get dragged in. Birmingham, I know Birmingham got a result last night, but you know they've got to be careful. There's a few teams who could get sucked down there, especially if QPR keep playing the way that they're doing.
Hey, look at that. Ipswich picking up another 3 points on the road.
Yeah, my mate went to the game, rated Middlesbrough fan, and he said they're the best side he's seen all season. Like he said, they were absolutely fantastic. So he says Borough were terrible, but Borough got with injuries. So he said they were absolutely outstanding.
Ipswich, are you going to take it back, Jan?
Nah, not yet. There's still a long way to go, mate. I'm telling you, there's a long way to go. They were top of the league for a point as well this week, so fair play to them. Like, but long way to go.
I'll add in the chat. Have Wednesday got rid of the manager at the right time? What do we reckon?
I think possibly. It gives them a lot of the season to go, and just before January when they can make it a little bit their own.
I still think they'll go down, but they did the right thing.
They put a bit more of a fight, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, definitely.
Simon in the chat, Wayne Rooney's Birmingham were poo.
I still don't get it. They sacked such a good manager. They were not in a bad place, and all they've done since is go down, deeper and down.
Yep. Hasn't he been linked with another team as well recently? Birmingham's old manager.
I hope he got a good payout and that he falls on his feet at a club that's not like that.
It's going to annoy me now because I saw it and I can't remember. It'll come back to me, I hope. If anybody else knows, please let me know because my brain doesn't work that often.
Is he up for the Stoke job by any chance?
I don't know because I did. Who did I hear were linked with them? I can't even remember.
It says John Eustace and Tony Mowbray leading candidates for Stoke job.
Yeah, it could be. It could have been that. To be fair, it could have actually been Stoke.
Stoke City. Oh, John Eustace goes to watch Swansea. Was it them?
That wouldn't be.
Yes, I think it was Swansea.
That wouldn't be that much of a shock for me.
And in the chat, everyone's just in agreement. Sacking Eustace and hiring Rooney was only done for his name. That is true. And we say it time and time again, even though you were a great football player, it doesn't make you a great manager.
Yeah.
Do you know what? As soon as I put John Eustace in Google, John Eustace's wife came up as like the biggest search thing. Is she like a model or something?
Oh,
no idea.
I don't know. And do you want to talk Sunderland?
Yes. Fantastic. It's so good. Oh, actually, it's so good being a Sunderland fan again, but it's nice to have a little bit of stability. Even though we got rid of our manager last week. You know what? Like, going into the game, West Brom on form, we're not. Mike Dodd's got given the job on a interim basis. And to be honest, the first half we were not good at all. We let them take over the game. They probably should have been 1-0 up. We could have been down to 10 men. Dan Ballard went through Josh Madger, which Josh Madger's a former Sunderland lad, so there was a little bit of a cheer when that happened. Then kind of we probably should have had a penalty. Patrick Roberts running through. There was another thing that happened early on in the game, and I can't remember what happened now, but I think maybe it was a penalty. Maybe it was a penalty. We got an offside goal given, which was never offside. The linesman who was on the line, obviously. He's my best mate's girlfriend's uncle, and I was like, I hope he has a good game, just so I don't have to like slag him off. Literally 8 minutes into the game, we got a goal disallowed for literally nothing, and I'm like, texting me, Gary's a twat. But it was an absolute joke. And then, like I say, we maybe should have had a penalty, but bar that, I thought they were all right. And then second half, Mike Dodds makes a change, brings Alex Pritchard on, and then he comes on, changes the game. We score from a free kick, brilliant header from Ballard, and we kind of seen the game out really well. You know, West Brom make a mistake at the back. Pritchard goes through, plays in Dan Neil, he chips the keeper. 2-0, happy scenes. I've done my neck in trying to celebrate the second goal, which it's still killing now. They pull one back, but now we were comfortable. It was nice. It was a nice game considering we were on the telly. We normally lose on the telly. I was over the moon. It put us back into the playoffs. We've obviously, and I will get into Wednesday or Tuesday whenever we played, but it's kind of just solidified us in the playoffs, and it's given us that, like, you know, we needed 6 points, I think, and you know we were in danger of sliding down the league, and you know we've just got. There's just talent in that team all the way through. They are a top 6 side, I don't think we're a top 2 side. I don't think we'll go anywhere near the top 2 because I think they are probably away and gone now, considering what happened on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just nice to be happy again, considering all the crap that we've had. I mean, manager front, we still haven't got a clue. Like Will Still was massive odds-on favourite up until last night. Apparently, he said now that it's not happening. So Michael Beale's coming as favourite now. I don't want Michael Beale. I'd rather have Ian Beale than Michael Beale.
Can I just clarify, Anne?
Yes.
Did you just say the top 2
I heard that.
away now?
I think they're probably away. Yeah.
Oh, so you're admitting you're wrong now then?
No, I still think Ipswich will have a slump. That's all I do. I think they'll have a slump. They can't keep on doing. They've got such a hard Christmas as well. They've got like Leicester. They've got Leeds. They've got Leeds, I think, on Boxing Day. Or
they've got Norwich, the Norwich derby on
That's
Saturday,
this weekend, isn't it? Yeah. So and everything, you never know what can happen in a derby. But they're a good side.
I was waiting.
You did just slip up saying
I was
that,
waiting for that.
They're a good side. I never put that. This is the bother. I don't know what. I've never once said Ipswich aren't a good side. I just don't.
I know
think
you're not. You just said they're going to slip up. You can't see them staying up there because
I think there'll be a slump. I think they will have a slump. The bother is because teams like us and like West Brom are spoiling other teams. Like we'll get into the Leeds game obviously on Tuesday night. We beat Leeds, so we've given Ipswich a massive, massive boost there, and then Ipswich have gone and done their job. We also have beat Southampton this season. We've beat teams in and around Leicester and Leeds. Leicester and Ipswich, bar Leicester and Ipswich, but every other team around them we've beat this season. So us and West Brom, and I think the other teams around in the playoffs, I'll include Coventry in this as well. I think Coventry have turned it around as well. That we're going to spoil other teams' seasons, but at the minute, Leicester and Ipswich have been the 2 most consistent teams in the league. Leicester are up. Leicester are massively up. See what happens with Ipswich. I still think we'll have a slump, whether it's a big enough
Every
slump.
team's going to have a slump of sorts.
Yeah. Every team's got to have a blip, because we've had ours. We've had 2. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's maintaining this when you get injuries, because I do think they've had a little bit of a good ride with injuries. They've not lost like key players yet, whereas we've lost. Obviously, we lost Ross Stewart. He went to Southampton. He was a key player. Corey Evans still hasn't played this season.
Yeah,
Dennis
I think
been out for a long time.
But I don't like
the.
Sorry. I was just going to say they have got some players that were a massive part of last season that have not played yet. Like George Edmondson, he's not even getting in the team, is he, at the minute?
There we are. Is that me there? Froze. What were you saying, sorry?
Did I freeze that?
I did. I don't know if you did.
Oh. No, I was just saying they've got some players that were really integral last season that are not getting a game. Like George Edmondson, for example, he's a great player, and he's not really playing for him. Yeah,
and they are still scoring goals, aren't they? Like George Hurst is still banging the goals in. Nathan Broadhead, they're scoring nice goals as well. So they'll be there or thereabouts. I do think it'll get close at the end of the season. Because you have got some good teams who are starting to hit a little bit of form now.
Yeah.
And Leicester, I don't think Leicester will fall off because Leicester have just got this, brilliant squad in depth, whereas I don't think Ipswich have. But yeah, it's looking more and more likely than it was. What difference a week makes, isn't
it? Before we obviously get onto the Leeds game as well, Johnny does have a question for you, Anne. He's put, are you worried some clubs in the Premiership will come in for Jack Clark and Patrick Roberts?
Jack Clark, yes. Patrick Roberts, no. Patrick Roberts just signed a new contract, so they'll have to pay a lot of money for Patrick Roberts. Jack Clark, I think, won't be a Sunderland player at the end of the season. But if I was Jack Clark, I would say you've got half a chance of getting promoted with Sunderland. You have got, if we keep on playing the way we are and we get players back and then sign some players in January, as in a centre forward, the young players who are coming up still keep going the way they are, then Jack Clark's probably got more of a chance playing the Premier League with us if he went to a team like Burnley, because I think Burnley will come down. And also Jack Clark's got the freedom to play attacking, fast flowing football which he won't have if he joins a Premier League team who are struggling. Now, if he goes to see someone like Brentford or Brighton, I think that's fair enough. They come in for him. I think that's fair enough. And I do think he's good enough. But at the moment, I would be, you've got to ask the question, are you happy you're here and winning games than going to a Premier League side, defending for 90 minutes and getting beat? So it all depends. He's been in the Premier League before because he moved from Leeds to Spurs. It didn't quite work out for him. He was come back here. We've given him an opportunity. He's took it with both hands. Don't get us wrong. He's a wonderful footballer. But for the minute, I would say in January, no. But I think he'll leave at the end of the season, yes. And I'm not all that. But that's the model where you're gonna sell players for high wages. We've got a young lad who plays under 18s called Tom Watson, who will probably step into Jack Clark's shoes. He's playing tonight in under 18, scored a wonderful goal. So we've got players who are ready to make that step up. We've seen Chris Riggs score goals already this season. We've got young players ready. So it is what it is. He won't be in a red and white strip. Unless we get promoted, he won't be in a red and white strip next season. There we are.
Well, we're on the topic of Sunderland as well. Do you want to talk to us about the Leeds game before we move on to the others? Yeah.
Yes.
Good win. Great win.
So, yeah, a cracking win and a completely different performance. Obviously, Saturday we did attack. Tuesday, I think if this was a Tony Mowbray, and I don't want to speak ill of Tony Mowbray, but if this was Tony Mowbray managing Sunderland on Tuesday, we would have got beat. And what Mike Dodds did, he stacked us at the back, so we played a 5. We had Jensen Silt playing in just in front of the back 2, but as a centre half, so there was swapping over, and Leeds just could not attack. They just couldn't get Somerville and James and Pirou just couldn't get past our defence, and then we just we kind of looked a little bit more likely in the first half to score. And Melly, I don't know if you've seen it, girls, the save Melly makes from Silt's header. It is an absolute wonderful save. It's going right in the top corner. He claws it out. It's a phenomenal save. And we still looked the most likely to score, even though we were defending. We were defending for our lives, really, but we weren't letting Leeds get their best players into the game. And the longer it went on, you thought we'll get a goal here. And then it's a bit of a lucky goal there, lads. Went to header it out. I think Pritchard. I'm not sure Pritchard's meant to do it, and he's just whacked his head onto it. And Bellingham's done what a true striker should do. He's got on the end of it. I mean, a lot of people are saying about Bellingham, our strikers haven't scored yet. But I think Bellingham long term is going to be a striker because he's got that instinct of getting in the box, getting in at the right time. And his brother scored on the same night as well, which was nice. But great to beat Leeds because obviously there's a little bit of rivalry with 1973 and all that stuff. They've been flying. Their manager was proper salty at the end, saying, "Oh, we parked the bus, so we did this, that, and the other." At the end of the day, mate, we've won a football game.
Exactly.
And you know what it was? They're all doing the stats again. Well, Leeds had 73% possession, and they had this, they had that, they had this, they had that. And Kevin Phillips said, he goes, one stat, and I keep on saying this, one stat matters in football. It's the final score, and we thoroughly deserve to win that game.
Love that.
Bring on Newcastle.
Just going on to the chat as well, we have Mr. Luke, and he's obviously mentioning Rotherham. Another loss from Rotherham. He has put Rotherham are suffering with terrible second season syndrome. They cannot never establish themselves as a championship side that well.
Yeah, they're not get given the money though. They don't get given the money. They don't get the money to sign players. They've sold so many players who went down a division. Last season, and after I do feel sorry for them. I mean, a player you'll know well, and I've always liked at Rochester, Ollie Rathbone. He's their captain at the minute now.
He's one of my
still looks their best player.
Yeah, he's quality.
You can tell that they're struggling. We've got them at some point over Christmas, and we've sold our allocation out yesterday. So I was meant to be going, but I couldn't get a ticket. So if there's any spares Sunderland fans, I'll have one, please. But I do feel really, really sorry for them. They're going to go down. They are going to go down.
Craig in the chat as well says possession most meaningless stat ever. I completely agree.
Apart from XG.
Yeah.
I hate XG.
Yeah, no. Mr. Luke, Sheffield Wednesday's normal service has resumed, it looks like. Yeah.
Do you see Like Elton John took Ed Sheeran
to
Watford Ipswich, and it's been all over the showbiz news.
Oh, funny. Any standout results for you on here, Anne, apart from obviously the Sunderland game? I mean,
we've been talking ill of Birmingham, haven't we? And that's a great result going down to Cardiff.
Away, yeah.
That might turn Rooney's season around. Hull beating Borough. Borough on a really bad run, but they've got so many injuries as well. I know injuries, I don't think injuries is that much of an excuse, but when you're losing 11, 12 players, every game is bad. Again, Coventry won, Southampton won. I think Coventry have turned a corner. I really do. I know
they
Simon,
tend to, don't they, later on in the season? I think I say it every week. Yeah, around this time they pick up the form again, Coventry.
Yeah. And look out for Coventry now. They've got away back. You know, they will spend money, I think, in January as well, getting the Heyman money and the got rest money. So watch out for them. There's always a team that comes from nowhere, isn't there, in the playoffs? They might be up there. But Hull winning, I think Hull are a fantastic side, great manager.
Norwich as well seem to be. I know obviously it's only against Sheffield Wednesday, but they seem to be climbing up and picking up points, don't they, recently? Because they were a bit hit and miss, weren't they, Norwich?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I thought they would have sacked Wagner, but I mean that's a massive game on the weekend. Claire just said before them against Ipswich. That's going to be a hell of a game. Now I hope it's on the telly. I think it will be.
Hopefully.
But yeah, that'll be all right. And yeah, Ipswich beating Watford. Ipswich got a little bit of a lucky one. Watford were fiddling about with it at the back, and they've nipped in. I think it was George Morsey scored. But yeah, but Huddersfield is struggling under Darren Moore, even though they beat us a couple of weeks ago, and I think they've lost every game since. And then our opposition on Saturday, Bristol City, they're on a little bit of a bad run. Obviously sacked their manager, but they haven't had the new manager bounce either. So yeah, it's just so unpredictable, isn't it? But apart from the top two and the bottom one, everyone's beating each other at the minute. So we'll see what happens.
Just going to the chat as well, obviously Simon, he's our Coventry fan. He's put, we should have beaten Saints. They passed the ball around really well, but didn't have much threat. We're finally starting to click as a team. I love that as well, because I do like Coventry, to be fair.
Yeah, we've got like this pointless rivalry with Coventry, which happened before I was born, so I don't really get involved in it. But yeah, I like to see them do all right. They're a proper round club, and I really like Mark Robbins as well. So
is that not the same with Leeds though? Because I'm pretty sure you weren't born in 1973.
But we also played Leeds in a cup game when I went, and the atmosphere was horrendous from the Leeds fans. So I've always disliked Leeds for a few reasons, but there's always been a little bit of rivalry there. And to be fair, that game in 1973, everyone knows about. You know what I mean? If you're a Sunderland fan, you grew up watching that. You know what I mean? I've still got the video.
Oh, really? I don't know what it was, to be fair. Right?
So we beat them in the FA Cup. So we were like in the old Division 1, and they were in the old Division 1. So that was the Premier League, and we were in old Division 2. And Leeds at the time in the 70s were the best team in the country, but they were dirty. Have you ever seen The Damned United when Cloughy takes over? Have you seen that film?
Yes.
Clough takes over and all that because Don Revie gets the England job. But Leeds weren't very well liked at all. They were a great side, but they were dirty as hell. So they were also like clattering through people, this, that, and the other. And everyone had said, we're going to go there and get absolutely stuffed, because obviously we were like a team like well below, struggling as well. And we beat them 1-0. And then if you haven't seen it, and I'll have to show you it on Twitter or on YouTube, just search Jimmy Montgomery save versus Leeds. It's a double save, and it's the best save you'll ever see. Simple as that.
Just going back to the chat as well, I thought this was a really nice comment for us all. RiseView FC has put, can I just say how amazing this podcast is? Love hearing about other teams. Also, so much respect for I'm feeling a lot of love tonight. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. Respect for Shah. What you're doing for the women's game is amazing. Thank you for being an amazing ambassador. Thank you. I thought that was a really nice comment.
Oh, just while that comment's there, I mean, not necessarily that comment, it's just reminded me how when we were in the Conference North, we had this female referee, and she was amazing. And I mean the Conference North, tier 6 of football. And I actually said to her in the bar after the match, you're the best referee I've seen for ages. And she went, oh, thank you. and we had her a few times, and then we had her in the conference, and now we've had her in League Two, and she's been working her way up, and it was all this big news that she was repping in the Championship, and then big news again, like she's the 4th official at a Premier League game, and it's just been announced that she's gonna be the first ever female to have a game officiating in the Premier League, and that's for the Fulham game on the 23rd. But I just think for her to have worked her way up from that level to, you know, as referees, we can sit here and we can slag them off. We can slag them off till we're blue in the face. That woman has got probably the least amount of critics I've ever heard from a referee.
Yeah.
And I
she's
think
called Rebecca Welch.
Yeah,
Rebecca
she's brilliant.
Welch, and I just think it's absolutely. I was gonna build it up and then at the end go, and that person is Rebecca Welch.
Yeah.
You've stolen it.
Do you know where she's from?
I just think it's absolutely amazing.
Do you know where she's from, Claire?
Probably bloody Sunderland.
She's from Washington. She's fantastic.
It's amazing, and I when I saw it before, I was just so buzzing for her.
Yeah,
you know, obviously you work hard, but it's just never been heard of before. She's making history, and she's showing that despite things that might be coming out in the public domain recently, you know what? Get your head down, work hard, have your role models. You keep doing whatever you want to do. You just keep working hard, and anything can happen. You can always achieve your dreams. So I just think she's gonna be someone that's an absolute role model for so many people.
She was 4th official at one of Sunderland women's games a few weeks ago, and a lot of people were like literally just going up and say, just keep going. You're doing everyone proud. She's amazing. She's an amazing woman and an amazing referee. So it's great to see that. It's great to see I can't remember the other guy's name, but he's the first black man to get into
I love that as well.
Premier League as well.
Brilliant.
After 15 years.
Sam Summit.
It's another Washington Shawnee. The same place as Jordan Pickford's from, Washington. But she's a cracking referee. Sam Allison.
Yeah, that's it.
Jay Simon. So he'd be the first one since Uriah Rennie, won't he? First black lad. So fair play, and it's great to see, you know, and especially.
Yeah, the way he's going, it probably won't be long till Sonny Gill's up there as well, because he's doing amazing things.
He's doing really well.
And to be fair, obviously the thing with Rebecca Welch, if you're a girl now and you're a referee and all that, and to be fair, a lot of girls get a lot of unnecessary stick. Every referee gets not an unnecessary stick, but a lot of girls do. It's such a hard kind of job for a woman to get into, especially when you saw the stuff that happened with Sian Massey when she first came in.
Yeah.
There was that stuff with Andy Gray, wasn't it? Female linesman, this, that, and the other. And it just goes to show that, obviously, we'll not mention the idiot's name who's been talking crap over Twitter the last couple of weeks. Just block him, by the way, anyone. It just saves you a wonderful. It's so cathartic. But it just goes to show that he's talking complete and utter nonsense, and that there are wonderful people and wonderful women in this game who can do, you know, the glass ceiling. It's a glass ceiling, isn't it? It's just there to be smashed, isn't it? So fair play. I'm so chuffed for her, like, I must admit.
I know, and that's the thing. That's what I mean. Like, there's nobody that's ever done it. Like, literally nobody that's ever done it. It's just groundbreaking, and there is those little girls that are going to sit there and they're going to go,
"Yeah, I can do that."
That could be me, Mum. That could be me, Dad. And that's what I mean. Like, it's just inspirational.
Love that. That makes me so happy. It makes me smile.
I know.
I just hope there's not a dodgy VAR decision or anything like that, where they're like going, it's because it's a woman. You know what I mean? I really hope that she has a great game, and it's one of them ones that just, you know, because you still get them games where you don't talk about the referee, and that's the best thing about football, when you're not talking about the ref. Like the West Brom on Saturday, the referee, I can't remember the referee's name now. He's that idiot who had the gelled back grey hair, but then he's cut it off. And he was an absolute lunatic. Darren Bond, he's called. He's a lunatic, and he's a dreadful referee. So like, it just makes it about himself. Whereas the referee on Tuesday night, you barely noticed him, and they're the best referees where they go through 90 minutes and you just go, wow, this ref's been all right. You know what I mean? Got everything spot on.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, just
that grey hair comment.
I'm sure it's Darren Bond. We had a proper gelled back, like a Jack Grealish style Alice Band wanker shit. And like he shouldn't, like, obviously, you know, he's an old boy. And he's just Simon, have you had him this season? Because he's absolutely dreadful. In fact, Simon will remember him because he had us in Coventry on the first day of the season last season, and he was absolutely awful for both sides.
Oh man.
And Alice Band wanker.
Oh, funny. In the chat, Ali just put, Alisson doesn't deserve it. He's terrible. Was amazed when I saw he was promoted to referee, non-league to referee EFL games.
To be fair, it does deserve it. You can't just base it on games that you've seen him in, because they're going to be few and far between. I think what's his name? That ref that was from Bolton. Oh my God, bald hair.
Mike Dean.
No. It's from there.
Himself, didn't he?
The one who had leukemia.
Oh, Mark Halsey.
Him.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
I saw he did an interview before, and actually what he was saying is he was like, there's a cohort and it's the first time it's ever happened. Rebecca Welsh and Sam Allison are in it. And basically it's a way of fast tracking the best talent with support to the top of the game. Like, because whatever way you look at it, there is a shortage of referees. And it's going to happen more and more. So the fact that they're rushing people through, I think, is that group of referees that's in that. There's 3 already gone through it. And they're all picked based on the overall game statistics over a set period of time. Like, every referee is going to have a shit game. Like, it's going to happen. The human.
Yeah, it's the ones who regularly have bad games. You know, like Simon's just put on there, Keith Stroud. Keith Stroud is horrendous. Like, he's such a bad ref. And it's the ones where you see it you still see it in the Premier League now, but you're starting to see it more in the Championship, because the Championship, that much television rights is now going into the Championship. You're seeing 2 or 3 games a week. And then even behind the red button, because they know they're on the telly, and they're like, right, I'm going to make it all. It's not often I'm on the telly, but I'm going to make it all about me. And it's Darren Bond
not the right way,
all the time. No, it's not. It isn't.
Do you remember that really amazing ref years ago, Pier Luigi Collina?
Yeah, Italian lad. Yeah.
There was literally nobody that didn't respect him because they were fucking frightened of him.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like you mentioned Halsey before. How many games can you remember Mark Halsey being on the back pages of the thing, having a horrible game? He was always bang on, always a brilliant referee.
Yeah.
But the baller is with them, I think, and Mike Dean's kind of the one who books the trend with that Mike Dean thinks he's a celebrity. You know what I mean? Yeah. He thinks that people have come to watch me. Yeah, they've come to watch Mike Dean, and it's not right. You know, it isn't right. We've come to watch 2 teams play. We've come to watch my team play another team. I don't care about that. I don't want to care about the ref. You know what I mean? I just want the ref to call it down the line. You know, if referees make bad decisions against my side, I'm going to say something. But if they also make bad decisions against the opposition team, then you're going to say something. I've seen some horrible decisions given for us, which I've gone on and said, right, hands up. You should have had a penalty, or hands up. That was a red card. To mention just before, West Brom, Dan Ballard probably should have been sent off. But this referee was just as bad for us as he was for West Brom. He just evened it out because he was just dreadful. But yeah, I mean, Collina was the boy, or he was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic referee.
100%.
Completely agree. A lot of love for him in the chat as well. Sorry, by the way, I had to go and get a drink of water. My throat was giving up on me.
That's the reason I brought up that Italian ref.
Do you know what as well? When you
watch it,
and I know it's another sport, and it is something that you can't really integrate. But if you watch rugby rugby union and stuff, they call the referee sir. You know what I mean? And Nigel Owens, I've just read his book. He was refereed the World Cup final, the Welsh lad, and you just saw every game he had. He commanded respect. He got respect, but he also interacted with the players. You know, but they knew straight away that he was in charge. You know, and he was in charge of the game. And he called everything. He got everything. He got decisions wrong, of course he did. But he called everything down the line. You know, he explained his decisions, things like that. But these referees, when it's all this, you've got to respect the referee. Yeah, you have got to respect the ref, but the referees also got to respect the game and respect the players who were in that game instead of just, they're like, you've seen you'll have seen the shot, you've seen this, Claire, when you've seen the yellow cards and just go, like that, and they're like smarmy about it. It's like, no, explain why you're giving them the yellow card. You know what I mean? Just say, look, if you fouled this player, blah blah blah. That's a yellow. That's the reason why you're getting the yellow card. And I'm sure the player will be like, right, okay, you know what I mean? But
Just going on to the chat as well. This made me laugh of Mr. Luke. I've only just noticed that Shara and Claire were wearing their Christmas hats. Love it.
Did you forget to put your specs on today, Luke?
My Christmas hat's on the Christmas tree because we haven't got fairy or angel for it.
Darren as well, he's put, trust me as a ref, when you drop a bollock, it does affect you. Threw my kit bag in the bin a few times, but you're back at it again a week later. We have got.
I couldn't be a ref. Don't get us wrong. I couldn't be a ref. I'd be sending players off left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? But I just think that I get this. Or you got to respect the official. Yeah, you do 100%. The last thing I want to see is what happened in Turkey the other day. I mean, that's absolutely disgusting.
It is disgusting. But I've got to be honest. I have just giggled at Johnny's comment, and I don't even know why. I think what it was, I had, and I know it's not going to be the case. I had visions of like a little 6-year-old running up to him and being like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah. I mean, but like going back to that is absolutely deplorable. It is disgusting.
Yeah,
there is absolutely no call for that in football. But it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen in England at some time because some of these refs are just very, very arrogant and very ignorant of managers and players. And it's like, just explain why you've given this, explain what you've done,
100%.
and explain when the technology's working, as in VAR, explain to the fans what's going on, because you're just sitting watching games, like watching with VAR, and like it's like, VAR check, but nobody knows what's happening.
Never mind. Talk to the fans about it. Fucking scrap VAR.
Exactly. But have you seen a couple of things that's been on lately? Like when they've done, I think Michael Owen's been presented when they've actually played the VAR stuff, and you're like, right, that's actually I can't remember what decision they were talking. It might have been Newcastle and Arsenal, and you were like, right, it's no clear forward, it's no clear, and it actually worked very well. I still think they got a decision wrong. Don't get us wrong, but it actually worked very, very well. And I think with that, and I think someone mentioned it before there, where you're always in cricket, you're always hearing the umpire like giving what's going on. You can hear that, all the way through what's going on, and I think that's what maybe the fans need to kind of be told about. But we'll curb that for another day because we're going to end up going on a tangent about VAR, aren't we? I think we all want VAR gone because it's just not getting used right, and that's not just in England, that's in every other league at the minute. So look at them capital letters. 6th.
I know. Just looking at the championship table anyway, we have Leicester still at the top on 52 points. Ipswich just a point behind them though in second. Then we have Leeds in third on 41 points. Southampton fourth on 39. West Brom on 35, and then Sunderland in 6th on 33. And then in the relegation zone, we have got the same teams. We have got a QPR in 22nd on 20 points. 23rd, we have Rotherham on 13 points. And Sheffield Wednesday are bottom, but they also have 13 points.
Look at QPR, everyone. Look how close they are. Look at now. And like I said before, watch out for Coventry because they're starting to turn it around. So
QPR's form will probably come out of that this weekend at Huddersfield expense.
They're playing really well, to be fair. They are playing really well.
Plymouth are getting dragged into it, aren't they?
Swansea, Birmingham, Birmingham.
I worry for Plymouth, me. Yeah. I really worry for Plymouth.
Yeah. And you gotta worry about Plymouth if Stephen Schumacher leaves there, then I don't think
100%.
they'll come back. Yeah.
100%. They need to stick with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely stick with him. Just on the referee talk as well, Simon has put, rugby is a great example. Decisions are shown on the big screens and you can buy earpieces to hear what the ref is saying.
I didn't know that, but that's a fantastic idea. Yeah,
I knew that, and I think it's wrong. You have to pay for the headsets to do it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And then Aled in the chat as well has put, refs do need to be respected, but when refs communicate to players, they also need to talk to the players and staff like adults. If players don't acknowledge that, then they should get a warning.
Yeah. Just very quickly on that, because I think that's a great point, and I promise I will shut about referees after that.
Yeah, don't worry.
When I used to play Sunday League back when my legs worked, we had a referee, and he was a relatively experienced man. He was in his 60s, right? And every game we had him, you always knew you were going to get a good game from him, because what he did was he used to get you all, like, he used to come to you both changing rooms and say, look, I want respect, I want this and all that. If you back chatters once, you'll get a warning. If you back chatters twice, you'll get a yellow card. If you do it again, you're off, right? And I don't want this and I don't want that. And we'll all have a great game of football. We'll all get on, right? Okay. And every decision he was making, even if it was like and bearing in mind he never had lines, we didn't have anything. He had to call off sides, which you haven't really got the best of views for. Just he'd say, look, at the end of the day, lads, I thought that was offside. Respect my decision, right? No problem. And he was brilliant. Every time we had him, I loved having him. You know what I mean? And
I don't know why. Going back to South Park before, when you said respect my decision.
Respect my thought. Yeah. But he was such a good guy, you know what I mean? And I think everyone, he's passed away now, bless him, but every team, when you were like going there, you're like, oh, we've got gym this week, you know what I mean? Everyone was over the moon, you know what I mean? Because you had like some lads who were like coming out of university, this, that, and the other, were being a bit smarmy with you and all that stuff. But he just knew, it was like, Sunday League football, the level wasn't great. It was just lads wanting game of football in the morning and going to the pub afterwards. He got what it was all about, and I just really like that. So, yeah. Anyway.
I love that.
Onwards.
Just going back to the chat as well, Simon has put, Birmingham were above us when Rooney took over, and the laughing faces. And then Shawnee has put, don't talk about Sunday League refs. I had one where he had a bag full of cards. He wanted to be centre of attention. And then we have got Aled, the VAR in CL is what should be applied in the Premier League. Yeah, in the Champions League.
But then you've got the VAR in the Champions League badly got the PSG decision against Newcastle wrong. You know what I mean? And this is coming from a Sunderland fan. That was a joke of a decision.
It was a joke.
So, you can't really say that's what should be used, because they got that wrong, But at the end of the day, with all this technology, it's still humans behind the technology, and them humans are getting the decisions wrong. So, the fans don't, I think, was Mark Clattenburg said that this week, fans don't trust VAR. So why have we got it? Simple as.
100% agree.
I've talked
glad we don't have it.
I'm glad we don't have it, I must admit. Yeah, I am glad we don't have it.
I am. Just going to League One now. So any standout results there for you? I mean, Blackpool are on a roll, aren't they? I know, obviously, Carlisle are struggling, but Blackpool are really, hitting form at the minute.
Good result for Stevenage again, getting Maria sacked as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say a good result for Northampton as well.
Yeah, Fleetwood getting beat again.
Please send us your thoughts as well on that game, Shawnee. We'd love to hear about
Streaky Lee strikes again for Fleetwood.
I know.
Bless him. That's what you get for frigging calling back Keane Hayes, isn't it?
Exactly. This is literally why I love talking about League One, just so I can get my anger and frustration out about Keane Hayes. Every week it is.
Yeah. I watched the Portsmouth and Bolton game, and I thought Portsmouth was superb. Absolutely brilliant. So I think they'll go up. Shrewsbury beating Wigan, obviously, because Shrewsbury is starting to hit a bit of form.
I know. Maybe the bet's on. Maybe
it might be.
Guessing Northampton Tannoy didn't play Wham.
Oh, have you heard about that?
No.
So there was, I don't know what game it was, but the DJ for the stadium played.
It was Northampton, wasn't it?
Was it Northampton? Was it? So the stadium DJ played Last Christmas by Wham, and obviously people play this Whamageddon, don't they, during Christmas time? And if you hear Last Christmas by Wham, you're out. So I think quite a lot of people were a little bit unhappy, weren't they? It was during the week. It was a Northampton Pompey game, wasn't it? It was there was absolute hell on. So he's had to apologise. The stadium announce had to apologise. Yeah.
No way. Just going to the chat as well. Mr. Luke has put Portsmouth with a massive win against Bolton. They are now 6 points clear at the top. Aled, ever since it beat us to the title, they took our 2 best players.
Ew.
Surely
I don't know who
Pompey
it's about, because the last team that beat them to the title, Stockport, and we hadn't took 2 of their best players.
Surely Pompey can't bottle it again, can we? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I hope not. I hope not. I'd like to see Pompey back in the Championship.
Yeah, I think Portsmouth will stay up there. And I know it's a long goal season, and I say, you know me, and we're 6 points clear, and I say you can't take too much into it. There's still a long way to go, but I still predict that Portsmouth will win the league.
They're the most consistent team in that league, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, they are.
The most consistent. They've been very good all season. But looking at Peterborough smashing Oxford, that's a fantastic result for Peterborough.
Massive.
It's a really, really good result.
Massive. Just going back to Shawnee as well, obviously about Aled put it was regarding Fleetwood.
All right, okay.
We don't like Fleetwood either, so don't worry. Going back to Shawnee and the Northampton game, we were 2-0 up at half-time with Pinnock and Super Sammy scoring, and then Pinnock getting a second. Fleetwood didn't really look threatening, so playoff hunt, here we come.
Was Keane Hayes on the bench or not?
It was an unused sub, apparently.
Get him back to Rochdale.
I know. Fleetwood is becoming the most hated side at this rate. Even all you guys in the chat dislike Fleetwood because of Keane Hayes, don't you? So I do like that everyone is on the same page about them.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. Like I was saying though about Blackpool, and I like Simon's comment obviously in the chat. Come on, Blackpool! I want my weekend away there next season.
You don't want a weekend in Blackpool. It's a shithole. One night's enough.
I just think with them, they've signed some really good key players. It's like the Jordan Rhodes signing, obviously on loan. I think that's massive. They're getting players back from injury, like Jake Beasley. He's on the score sheet. And I just think with Blackpool, they were actually one of my favourites to, I wouldn't say go up, but for playoffs. And I think the way they are being at the minute and the form they are hitting, I think playoffs they should be getting.
Yeah.
Should 100% be getting. They've got a lot of experienced players as well, which is good.
Yeah.
And obviously Richard O'Donnell, my old player advocate for her game Tuesday. So I always keep an eye on the results for him. I don't think he plays very often in the league. He's like the cup keeper, but such a great guy as well. So I'm always looking out for Richard O'Donnell.
I can remember playing Blackpool on New Year's Day a few years ago when we were in League One. I still can't remember anything. You can ask us what the score was. I haven't got a bloody clue. It's a great day, though.
Mr. Luke as well. I'm glad Keane Hayes wasn't playing on Tuesday night. I know. Could have been a different story if that was the case, but I'm not going to...
Would only been 3-1, wouldn't it?
Exactly. As well, I'd really hope Pompey get promoted, but really want to experience that away day.
You've got to get promoted first to play him.
And Andy Lyons for Blackpool is class.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. He's
very
a good
player.
Yeah.
Very good player. Just moving on, obviously, now to the League One table. So we have Portsmouth, who are top on 45 points. Bolton Wanderers are second on 39 points. Stevenage are third, also on 39 points. That is madness.
Matt Farr is living the dream, isn't he?
I know. Where is he, though? I miss him talking about Stevenage. In fourth, we have... I love it.
I'm in the bath. What are you on about?
That's where he is. And
I love it.
Mr. Luke's getting in on it as well. I love that. Peterborough
Absolutely
are 4th. It is so good on 38 points. Oxford are 5th on 37 points. Derby are 6th on 36 points. And then in the relegation zone, we have Fleetwood in 21st on 16 points. Carlisle 22nd on 15 points. Reading 23rd on 14 points. And then we have Cheltenham, who are rock bottom, unfortunately, on 13 points. And that is the League One table.
Shrewsbury, capital letters there, lads.
I know.
Here we go.
I love it. And Lisa has put in the chat, lols, Farley's rusks. And Adam, bless him, we're going down. We can't win a game. We've gone from top 20th to 20th in 3 months.
Yeah, that Exeter, isn't it?
That is sad. Who did Exeter actually play?
They got beat off Port Vale 1-0.
I don't know if you want to talk to us about the game, Adam, but feel free if you do want to send us any analysis of your game. We will talk about it, but we don't have to.
I want to know, I hope you don't mind me asking, Adam. I'm wondering, what is it that's gone so catastrophically wrong from such an amazing start for such a massive collapse? Because it's not like you've just lost a few. You've gone from being in outstanding form, probably overachieving, to like struggling so badly. And I kind of just wonder what's happening. I hope you don't mind me asking.
Do you not think it might have been just that we're overachieving? You know what I mean? And then just
essentially, but that's what I just wondered if you could put some insight into it. If there's more going on, if there's a good player injured or something, I don't know.
Sorry about that as well. I just had a coughing fit.
Oh, bless you.
Just while we're waiting on Adam, if he does want to talk about Exeter, Ella just put Stevenage could potentially be playing in the Championship. That is mad, but as we've said a few times, they've done some really good recruitment, and I think Steve Evans there is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's done a great job. Yeah, you just cannot. You cannot like kind of over egg how well Stevenage are doing. I mean, everyone said they'd go down.
Are you singing again, Anne?
No, am I?
Lisa says you're singing, Anne.
No.
She's also put.
Have I lost a bet again, like?
Yeah, we want you to sing again. It was very good.
Oh God.
And Johnny has put what's gone wrong with Reading. I think, to be fair, there's a lot of things going on. Bless them at Reading at the minute.
All stemming to the owners.
Yeah. Bless them. What we'll do, we will move on to League Two, but if Adam does come back to us, we will read out his comments as well, because we are very interested to know.
It's just a blip.
So I will read out these results, to be fair, because there's not many games that did go ahead. So Accrington 0, Doncaster 0. We never cover 0-0, so we will skip that one. AFC Wimbledon 4, Swindon Town 0. And I'm pretty sure, hasn't Flynn actually left today?
Has he?
Has he?
Am I actually barking up the wrong tree here? I'm pretty
sure that the owner's been charged by the FA.
I'm pretty sure he's gone, or I could totally. I'm hoping I'm not wrong here, because that'd be embarrassing.
I would have thought Nick could say.
I'm frantically searching.
Whilst you're looking at that, I'll just say Nick gave us feedback that they'd had a really good couple of results with the beating Mansfield and ending that incredible run that they'd been on unbeaten. And then they go and just throw it away. He said
it might not have. It might have been another account that's like tweeted it, and it's not actually happened.
Or wasn't that fake account who got us the moment, and then they sacked him the day after?
Yes, you never know. It might happen tomorrow. Lisa has put in the chat, for Christmas, because if you don't, I will record it and put it around the stadium.
Good grief. You don't want in Rochdale Stadium to scare all the fans off?
We don't have any fans as it is.
Oh, well, there we are.
I'm joking.
It's not Mr. Luke, it's Paulie.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on with us, bless him, but he's poorly, so we will let him off.
Get well soon, Nick.
Yeah, I think that was. So to be fair, I'd just been stitched up as well because I believed it. So don't always believe what you read on Twitter. Yeah, someone's pretending to be a Swindon account. Just quickly before we get on to the Swindon one as well, Adam has put about Exeter. At the end of the Port Vale game, we were chanting, "We want Caldwell out." I think the players don't want to play for him anymore.
That's quite interesting, actually, because when there was talk of Dave Challoner going to Charlton, I heard that we would be in for Exeter's manager.
Gary Caldwell?
Yeah.
Don't like his brother, but he was all right.
Just going back to Swindon as well, obviously, they've had some awful result as of late, haven't they, Swindon?
No, Swindon have been doing well lately.
Yeah, I
did try to sort of fill that gap while you two were searching. They had a good couple of results because they ended Mansfield's incredible unbeaten run, and then they had a draw. And then Nick said before they had a couple of really good performances and results, and then they just went back to how they were playing a couple of weeks ago and looked like anyone had beat them.
Aren't AFC Wimbledon not doing that bad though? To be fair,
they're not great.
They keep pulling up some. Aren't they doing all right at home, AFC Wimbledon, or am I getting mixed up with the other one?
I don't know. I think they were unbeaten at home until the big boys at the top rocks up to town. But other than that, I don't know how they're getting on since.
Because I always keep an eye out because I know RX player James Falls
Look
there.
At How to take a screenshot? Someone take a screenshot. I don't know why I'm finding it so funny.
He's gone.
We scared him away.
Bless him. It's Lisa saying she wants him to sing. He's froze like that, so he doesn't have to. Lisa has put, "Are you there, Anne?" Mr. Lee's laughing. Simon's put, "Always nice to see the real Dons win."
Indeed.
What's actually going on then at Swindon? What is it? Do you have any idea what's?
I think I've seen quite a lot. Whether it's true or not, who knows? I feel like I've got a pen lid stuck somewhere because it's just come off and I can't find it. Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to make sure it weren't like sticking to my chin and it'd be like ridiculous. So the owner seems to be maybe not so trustworthy, and I think he keeps lying about stuff. There was last month the players didn't get their wages paid on time, most of them, and he actually had to put the owner had to put some of his own money in to make sure that they had the funds to do it. And today he's been charged by the FA, but I didn't get a chance to read that statement because I've been so busy today. But I definitely will read up on it. I don't know what he's been charged for. It's
sorry, internet died.
You gave us a great laugh there.
What happened?
You froze and me and Shah were just sweating ourselves.
Oh, sorry.
You froze like this.
It was so funny.
It could have been worse, couldn't it? It was probably me being told I was singing again next week. It's like, oh no, sorry about that.
Lisa thought she might have upset you. She's like, I'm only joking.
Oh God, no!
No, don't worry. It's his internet connection.
It takes a lot to upset me.
Nick in the chat has actually put the chairman failed to inform the league about the sale of shares.
That was all Swindon. That was all really dodgy. Actually, I remember that now because it was just like someone said, like overnight, like 25% of the club or something was, or maybe not that much, but a percentage of the club was just gifted to someone else. And it didn't make any sense. And he was like, oh, it's just admin, it'll be changed back, but it's never been changed back. So I think people are just not really sure what's going on. Yeah. The guy's Australian. I don't know what he's playing at or what he's doing or whatever, but it just all seems very, very weird.
Bless him. I like Swindon as well, so it's awful, like seeing what's happening at the club at the minute. Sam in the chat has put, I'm dreaming of an absolute Christmas.
Here he is.
And Lisa wants Matt Farley to sing. Well, I'm sure we can try and arrange that.
Oh, we already got him singing, remember?
Yeah, we did. We can try and get him to sing a Christmas song, though. We'll get him to send a clip just for you, Lisa.
Do you want me and Farley to do Fairy Tale of New York?
Yes.
Are you both on Monday?
I
said, are you both on Monday?
Monday. Oh, I probably won't be on because I'm doing what's happening now? Have I froze again?
Oh man, yeah, you're freezing, but you sound like a robot, then, Ant. But I think you're back to normal. Yeah, you're fine now.
Sorry.
That was really funny.
I'm probably won't be on for long on Monday because I've got my Sunderland Women's podcast on Monday. I'll try and move it around, but yeah.
It was Christmas Eve, babe.
And Farley Barogues, not the Pogues.
I'll have to get better internet connection, otherwise it'll be.
Hit me up for meat treats, Ant.
Aled has put, looks like it was a weekend of weird results, so partially glad that we actually did get postponed.
It really was, you know.
I know. Grimsby won as well.
Also getting a result in Notts County.
Grimsby both got Artell now, haven't they, as manager?
Yeah.
And I saw that they're playing some really good stuff under him. Brilliant.
What a great win for Tranmere.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. They're going to get out of that, aren't they, Tranmere?
Definitely.
They're going to get out of that.
Do you want to talk about your game, Claire? Or not? You don't have to. You can sing Christmas songs instead.
At least you didn't go.
I think Darren will probably have something to say as well if he's still here. Yeah, I didn't go. And I actually, as well as my bad foot, I became unwell on Friday. And I wasn't able to look after Daisy on my own. So Sam had to not go. I think in the end he was pretty glad that he didn't go and someone else used his ticket. The wind was the biggest factor of the day. So the point that when you put the ball down at the corner flag, the corner flag itself was on the ground through wind, and the ball was moving. The keeper would do a goal kick and the ball would head back towards him. Like, it was just not a great spectacle. Neither team played very well. We did have that age-old thing, you know, the stat that doesn't matter. We had 77% possession. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. 77% possession.
It matters not.
I know it doesn't. We had 11 shots. We hit the woodwork. We missed a couple of sitters from what I saw on the highlights. We just couldn't score. It wasn't the best. You know, like I say, the conditions were just terrible for a game of football. And I think, yeah, we did have the better of the stats, but we were awful. Like, we were awful. And, you know, I'm glad we got a point. I think we equalised in like the 87th minute. And it was Kyle Wootton. Like, the goal that Morecambe had scored was from a counter-attack, and we just didn't defend well enough. But you know what? If you can draw in the league when you're not in the best of form, when you're not playing very well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because every point matters.
If you can draw away and win at home, you know what I mean? You're still going to be up there, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think, and that's the thing, like, I'm not particularly concerned. We have got some new injury concerns. And they are slightly concerning. And I think we've probably got our toughest period in terms of trying to get through without any new signings. We're down to bare bones, and I think it's going to be a tough few games, very tough few games. But we've just got to go out there and try. We play Sutton at home on Saturday.
That's a must-win, isn't it? Like,
I don't think any game's a must-win, really, if I'm being honest. And I've said this before. I think a bit of a conversation I had with a Bradford fan at the point that we'd won our first couple of games, and he had said, like, Saturday's a must-win, and I don't think any game's really a must-win. I think you want to win it because you want to get back to winning ways, but actually the form in the last 5 games, we're right next to Sutton, literally one place above Sutton in the form table for the last 5 games. So you know, on paper, we should win, and really, given the team that we've got, we should win. But that's not football, is it? And
No.
if you're having a blip, you're having a blip.
Yeah.
I'm not worried because I think we'll turn it around. And I do think, like I've said every single week since we've been up there, it's beautiful to see my team top of the league, but there's an absolutely massive way to go. And even at this point, I'm going to say top 3, I'll be happy.
Who's more likely to have a blip than Ipswich or Stockport?
Go forth and multiply, please.
I just loved how many times you said the word concerns there, when you first started. We've got some new injury concerns, which is quite concerning because the concerted part of concerning me was probably the new injury concerns.
Did I?
Word of the day.
3 or 4 times.
Word of the week.
I'm not like
concerned.
Yeah.
Is it just at the minute you're just like, get Christmas out of the way, isn't it? Like, get back into January, get some players back. You've got a free week in. Well, you might have a free week in the FA Cup if the team you're playing have got a game.
We
get Christmas, get through Christmas, and then
that Gillingham away is now on a Tuesday night rather than being on a Saturday. So at
least you don't have to go down to the death stand. You know what I mean? So you'll be all right.
I've been there and done that a few times.
It's freaking horrible.
Yeah, it is. I think, I'm not worried. And I've said it previously that when we had that absolutely awful start, I said I'm not worried. I think we'll turn it around.
You did.
And I'm still going to sit here and say I'm not worried. I think we'll turn
I love how you've changed concern to worried.
I did. That's what I said at the time. I wasn't worried. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I'm not scared. I think I think there's quite a lot of our fans at the minute that are concerned. And sorry, Lisa, I didn't mean to ignore that question. I don't have a favourite player.
Louis Barry.
I don't have a favourite player, and I probably haven't done for quite a lot of years. And it's probably just because I'm getting older. And I've still
got a favourite player.
I've still got a favourite as well.
I just like the team. I can't say I've had a favourite player for a long time.
Me and Ant can answer the question if you'd rather us answer it.
Who's our favourite player at Stockport? Louis Barry.
Louis Barry is our favourite at Stockport. At Rochdale, my favourite this season is Ryan East, but he's a lone player, so.
Dan Ballard.
No, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Ben Hinchliffe, actually.
Yeah.
Because he's been with us since 2016. He's on season number 7. He's played something like 350 games for us.
Arthur Bushby, you weren't very good on Tuesday, though, were you? Yeah? Calling us shit teams.
Leeds as well, please let us know.
Arthur Bushby, shit teams, Leeds United, best team in England. You weren't on Tuesday night, my boy.
And please let us know your favourite player as well, Lisa.
You don't have to sit and watch League 2 if you don't want, Arthur.
No.
There's a thing on your screen that says leave. Feel free to do it.
Mr. Luke, just looking at yours there, my favourite player is the whole Gateshead squad. Did Stephen win Player of the Month in the non-league? I'm sure he did. I'd love to see him do well, I must admit.
Arthur, who's your favourite player at Leeds as well?
None of them, they're all shite.
Lisa thought your favourites would probably be Paddy Madden or Kyle Wootton. Just go into the League 2 table now.
Hey!
Top of the league.
There we go, still there, on a blip and still top.
Top of the league, we have Stockport on 42 points. Wrexham are second on 37 points. Barrow were third on 37 points as well. Playoffs consist of Mansfield in fourth on 36 points. Crewe in fifth on 36 points. Notts County in sixth on 36 points. AFC Wimbledon are seventh on 31 points. And then the bottom of the league, we have Forest Green in 23rd on 15 points. And Sutton United are bottom on 14 points.
Arthur, you should stick to learning to speak English fluently because it's not a number 2, it's Tio. And yeah, feel free to
don't even give him time of day. Just don't even give him the air time.
Anyway, what's wrong with women's football, by the way? I like women's football, so you know, I watch women's football, do a podcast on women's football, so don't be tarring women's football with your brush, Mr. Bushby.
Probably an armchair fan as well. Fuck off.
And you called Arthur, get out.
Lisa has put in the chat that her favourite is Jimmy Keohan and Tyree Sinclair. Great choices. I like them 2 players as well. Chris has put Liverpool, West Ham, Brighton and Rangers all won their Europa League groups.
Didn't Liverpool not get beat? I thought Liverpool got beat. I know they had a quite young side out, so I might be wrong, but I thought Villa won as well. So, no, sorry, Liverpool got beat today, but they won the group. Sorry, yeah,
they won the group,
he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. Yeah.
Johnny's put I'm the same as you, and I think that's referring to obviously the women's football.
Just very quickly going back to what Spenny fan Chris has said there. How good is that though for European for like British football, where all 4 of them have won their group? Considering the Champions League the other night, we've lost our 5th place getting into the Champions League stuff because Man United and Newcastle went out. So it's great to see like the clubs who we're not really like, who kind of gone on the radar, the likes of West Ham and Brighton, who have such a good season as well, winning their groups. Really good. Bye, Arthur.
I know. Okay. Aled has put Clare and Shah are brilliant. Thank you so much. Auntie's brilliant also as well.
Yeah, but I'm not a woman.
I know.
But you're right, though. They are brilliant, Aled. Well said.
Rangers won 3-2 away. What a result. Women's football rocks.
Oh, my God.
All of them.
I'm having to sit with my foot up on a weird angle, so I've got a dead arm.
Just going back to favourite players as well, Mr. Lucas said his. And that's the end of the football talk. And I just wanted to let everybody know as well, I am so sorry if you have stayed for Where is Claire, but there is not a Where is Claire this week because Sam is doing something really fun apparently for Christmas. So I don't know if it'll be on Monday's show or next Thursday's show. And I just want to say while I'm on here as well, I will not be on this show next Thursday, but Sam will be hosting. It's my little boy's birthday next week. So I'm going to spend some time with him. Bless him.
What's his name?
He's called Oliver.
Happy birthday, Oliver.
Happy birthday for next week, Oliver.
It's actually his birthday on the Friday, but obviously with it being Christmas and stuff, I'm really busy at work. So for Thursday, we're going to do something nice together. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But just on the podcast socials as well. On X, it is Absolute Ball Pod. On YouTube, it's Absolute Football Podcast. On Twitch is exactly the same. On TikTok, it's Absolute Football Pod. On Instagram and Threads, we are Absolute Football Podcast _. And on Facebook, we have Absolute Football Podcast. So we will absolutely love it if you could drop us a follow. I think we're only 2 or 3 away from 500 subscribers on YouTube as well, which is absolutely brilliant considering it's only been a year since we started the podcast, and we've already won an award as well, which is amazing for the lower league show. So thank you to everyone for voting.
Stick that up your pipe, Arthur Bush.
I know.
How many awards have you won in your life? None, I bet. He's gone now. I don't know why I'm talking about it.
You can catch us, obviously, on Monday. It is our Christmas special episode, so there'll be a few of us from the Absolute Football Podcast Lower League show, the WSL show as well, which will be starting next year on there. Some special guests, and obviously our Premier League team, that is on Monday at 8:30. And then, as always, the Lower League show. I think Sam is doing something Christmassy as well on Thursday. I don't know if it's a quiz or some games. So please, please, please make sure you tune in. And Claire, where can everybody find you if you want some more Claire in their life?
Hiding from the quizzes.
I'm not good at quizzes either, so don't you worry.
You can find me on Twitter, Claire_Jeffs. Always good to have a chit chat.
Love that. And where can everybody find you?
I'm mostly on Twitter as ant_Waterson. Oh my goodness, that's going to be good. And also on at HowiePod, which is the only Sunderland fan podcast for Sunderland women. Also, Roker Report. Here we are. Sweden, Clare and a Swedish footballer quiz. Stefan Schwartz. It's the answer to every question.
Did you hear the other one that I said though, Anne?
Oh, that was funny.
What footballer was sent off for farting at the referee? Swedish footballer.
I don't know. I was going to say somebody pump or something along those lines. Hands pump or something. How then who?
Oh, you want me to actually tell you?
I don't know.
Hold on one sec.
You're a good quiz master. If you were Bradley Walsh on the Chiz, we'd be there for
Master?
Quizmaster, sorry, Quizmaster.
It's called, oh my God, Lejunkavist.
What did you do? Just go up to the ref and just go and fart?
Yeah, literally, like, that's the thing. You literally like bent over at the referee.
Stop.
Can I finish off where you can find me, please?
Yeah, go.
I just want to quickly drop the Roker Report Soup Kitchen fundraiser again. We are £423 away from hitting £30,000. So thank you everyone who has already done it and continues to donate. There will be a link. I think there's a link on our site, but there's also, if you need to DM me, I'll send you the link if anyone wants to donate. It's just been amazing. Thank you very, very much, everybody. And that's me done. Thank you.
If you send it to me as well, I will put it on all the socials and stuff as well. So definitely send it through. And if anybody wants to find me, I am SharXRAFC, and that is Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. My Rochdale Her Game 2 stuff is Rochdale HGT. And I will be on Monday's Premier League podcast, Christmas special. Unfortunately, like I said, I will not be on Thursdays, but I'll definitely be catching up. And yeah, just thank you to everyone in the chat for always obviously speaking to us, for keeping us entertained.
We love you.
We really do. It's always so nice, obviously. Yeah. And I love the comments as well. Like today, I know Simon and Mr. Luke mentioned and said Thursday Lower League podcast. And it just makes us so happy, like how much you love it and stuff, and how much like it makes your week. So thank you so much.
Best day of the weekend, everybody. Best day of the week.
Definitely. And
Pet.
In the chat as well, we have Mr. Luke. Great show, everyone. One of the best ones yet. We've got a busy. I hope that's not to do with a Rochdale result. We've got a busy Christmas period coming up with Oldham away. Please beat them. York home and away after Halifax at home, which I'm going to all of them games as expected. Love that.
And just remember, everyone, don't be an Arthur Bushby.
Yes. We will end it on that note. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you all have a good weekend and take care.